Hi everyone, my name is DTD, and welcome back to Doki Doki Exit Music Redux Part 3. In the last episode, we successfully managed to get Natsuki out of her home and away from her father. Currently, we are at our own home, and we're getting ready to have, I guess, a movie night or something, or just a hangout night of some sorts. I wonder how this will turn out, and I hope that Natsuki's father does not find us. That would be bad. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's just dive right on in. Mhm. With everything in its right place and the blanket laid over me, I sit down on the couch and wait for Natsuki to arrive. The blanket is large enough to wrap around us both, thankfully, so things probably won't be too awkward between us. This gives me time to breathe a little, which I'm grateful for. I grab the Parfait Girls volume and begin to stare at the cover. I let out a light chuckle, remembering when I first got into talking to her. She was definitely the most difficult to get a good understanding of out of all the club members. Fortunately for me, however, we found common ground with our interest in manga. She's actually really nice once you get past the initial barrier, that is, which makes it hurt even more to hear what she's had to endure. Finished with my recollection, I lay the volume of manga beside me, close my eyes, and unwind for the first time in days. Yet before I know it, I hear the door creak open and a faint giggle emanating from the doorway. You look comfy. I sighed, playing along with her more joyful attitude. Well, I certainly feel comfortable. Want to hop in and find out for yourself? I only just realized that what I said probably sounded really weird. Even if I know that the blanket's big enough, I still can't help but feel like an absolute creep saying that to her.
Haha, you bet.
Ah, trying to get back into doing her voice kind of makes me cringe inwardly. She then slides under the covers of the blanket with me. I guess she either didn't think it was weird at all or simply didn't care. Either way, I feel more at ease around her, even if it's only for the time being.
You got the volume, right?
I sure do. I grab the manga lying next to me and show it to Natsuki.
Um,
What's up?
this is going to sound really stupid, but would it be okay if I hold it just for a bit?
Without hesitation, I offer her the volume of manga. Of course. Natsuki's eyes light up as her face glows red. She takes the manga from my lending hand and holds it close to her chest.
Wait, do you actually like it?
Well, yeah. Why else do you think I offered to keep the collection here?
I don't know. I thought you were just trying to be nice or something.
Really? What made you think that?
I don't know. It's not like I can read your mind, dummy.
She giggles a little bit. It's good to hear her laugh. But just as soon as it happens, her smile disappears. She speaks up once more.
I'm sorry, DTD.
Huh? I'm completely lost. Why is she apologizing? If I had to guess, I assume it has something to do with her issues at home. Natsuki, there's nothing to be sorry about. There's nothing else that you could have done to stop the... Well...
No, it's not that I'm apologizing for. It's what I said earlier about being mean to you. You're probably one of the nicest people I've ever met, and I just treated you like crap. This might sound incredibly stupid, but even though I've only known you for about a week, you're probably one of the best friends I've ever had.
She places the book down once more and suddenly pulls me into an embrace, burying her face into my chest.
So, thanks, DTD. Again.
I wrap my arms around her, returning the hug. Neither of us exchange a single word, as a peaceful silence fills the room. Several minutes pass in an instant with Natsuki in my arms, but eventually she lets go and looks away.
Sorry about that. I just needed to get that off my chest, I guess.
It's fine, Natsuki. And, I'm glad to know that I mean that much to you. Her face practically glows red after I say that.
So, I guess we should actually read Parfait Girls now?
Yeah, I'd like that. Natsuki retrieves the second volume and eagerly opens it to the first page.
Now that I've read a decent portion of the manga, I can finally joke and talk with her about certain characters, situations, and setups for different arcs. It's really nice to talk with her about this. It's been just over an hour and I'm already knackered. Knackered? What the heck is knackered? I set the second volume down and turn to Natsuki. Hey, you want to call this a night? Natsuki looks towards me and speaks groggily. Yeah. We get up from the sofa and proceed to tidy things up. Hey, do you want me to set up the room so it could be more comfortable? Yeah, I think I got it from here. Plus, you're bound to mess something up. Hey, what happened to you being nice? Dummy, I never said anything about being nice. I apologize for being mean. I shake my head and sigh in an over-exaggerated fashion. Whatever you say, Nat. Anyway, I guess this is a good night then. Yeah, see you tomorrow, DTD. You too. Rest well. I close the door to the spare room and stagger my way towards the bathroom. Exhausted as all hell, I jump into my bed. Unfortunately, even when I try to go to sleep, I can only wonder what will happen to Natsuki. When it comes to her safety, I can only hope that everything will work out. I hope that no one will notice our absence tomorrow. I hope that her father will face justice as he rightfully deserves. I hope she can finally live a happy life free from abuse. I hope. Black screen. Act 2. All I need. Friday, 29th of September, 2017. Yeah. Oh. It wasn't real. It wasn't real, DTD. Pull yourself together. Calm. Calm. I pull the covers off of me, trying to get my feet onto the ground, and pinch the bridge of my nose. Ugh. My head feels like it's about to explode. I'll probably have to take some painkillers or something. And I'm in desperate need of some water. Guess I have to get up then. I slowly stand up from where I was sitting and head to open the bedroom door. I stop for a moment, noticing my clothes from the night before lying in front of me. I reach down and pick them up. Might as well bring these down for the wash. As soon as I exit the room, my stomach growls like a wild animal. Probably because the last thing I ate was a bag of crisps. We really need to get some groceries today. My legs quiver as I attempt to walk down the stairs. As I reach the bottom, a certain pink-haired girl catches my eye, laying on one of the living room couches. Hey. Hi. Her bruise, despite being glaringly noticeable, has healed somewhat, though not by much. As for herself, she looks like she's trying not to nod off from sleep. What you got there? Some clothes for the washing machine. You got anything that needs to go into? I may have some, yeah. I'll grab them in a bit. Cool. So, you came down here? Is there something up with the spare room, or...? Natsuki yawns, stretches her arms past her head momentarily. No. I was hoping to see if there's something I could put on the TV. Some background noise. But there's never anything good on. And, well, I kind of stuck around. Because you already started melting into the couch? Heh, yeah. Maybe a little bit. She sluggishly outstretches her arms once more. Before you ask, no, I haven't slept. Well, I got a bit. Like, half an hour. That's hardly... Do you want to talk about it? No need. I think you can already guess. Yeah. Dubious on how to comfort her, I hesitantly place a hand on her shoulder. She looks up at me and smiles weakly. We stay as we are for a minute or two, no words exchanged between us. We're too enveloped in each other's company to do anything but savor the moment. Before long, though, Natsuki speaks up. I'm still trying to process this, you know? I know I've already said it, but it's just so surreal to me. You just asked me for clothes to put in the washing machine like it's the most natural thing in the world. Like I already live here. She sits up, swings her legs off the couch to right herself up. Well, you do. I know, that's the weird part. But hey, since I am, I might as well chip in with the chores, right? So I'll take care of the dirty clothes.
You sure? I'm perfectly fine, just...
I'm sure. I want to help out.
Well, that's relieving to hear.
Just put him down by here or something.
She motions towards the coffee table.
I'll go get my load, then get them all in the washing machine. Sound good?
Sounds good to me. I dump the dirty clothes on the table. She stretches out to reach the television remote from the table and turns it on. Pressing the home button, she opens the autonomous tab, checking the time. Just past 10.
Dad would have gone straight to work at like 7. He doesn't check on me in the morning, so he may not know yet.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah. As for later, crap, I don't know. Guess we'll have to do as he said. Just wait it out.
Yeah. So maybe we should Hold on, I gotta do Sayori's voice now.
Oh my gosh, Natsuki? What the heck happened to you? And what are you doing here?
Sayori, please calm down. Oh, sorry, that's Natsuki's voice.
It's a long story.
Natsuki looks towards me for guidance while Sayori is fixed on her eye. I can tell what she's thinking. Crap excuse or tell the truth. Before I get the chance to respond, Natsuki seemingly makes up her mind, sighing.
Okay, Sayori. You can tell absolutely no one about this. Not Maka, or Yuri, or your parents, or anyone else. Please.
Okay.
It's my dad. Last night we got into an argument. Something trivial, I think. It was about the TV remote or something. I called him, probably shouldn't repeat it. And he threw the remote at me. Hit me square in the eye. Sayori, don't take it the wrong way. He never laid a finger on me before. He just freaked out, I guess. I mean, I still wasn't going to take a second more of that crap, so I came here. And DTD, well, he's been kind enough to let me crash for a while. Until the dust settles, I guess.
Okay, then. Her eyes plead with me to go along with the story. No choice but to get caught up in the lie. Sayori stands shocked, utterly speechless in the face of this new information. Natsuki lets out a small chuckle in an attempt to diffuse the tension, but it does little to quell her concern. Natsuki. Sayori's eyes dart between Natsuki and I, trying to fully comprehend what she just heard. She reaches out to put a hand on Natsuki's shoulder, but Natsuki flinches. Sayori yanks her hand back. She opens her mouth to say something, but can't get any words out. This is a lot for her. The silence is unbearable. I feel myself tensing up. My heart is racing. Finally, Natsuki ends the silence.
So, yeah.
Natsuki trails off, having nothing else to say.
Not.
Sayori brings Natsuki into a close hug. Natsuki winces a bit, but returns the embrace.
I'm so sorry. I'm glad that you stood up for yourself. Well, I wasn't going to lay down and accept it now, was I?
Sayori lets go of Natsuki and sighs.
Yeah. I'm sorry that, I just walked in. It's not your fault. Anyone would want an explanation seeing me like this. It's why I'm avoiding school today. Last thing I want is for the others to worry.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sayori's voice trails off as her dejected eyes look to me. It's obvious she feels helpless to do anything for Natsuki. I step in to try and give her some peace of mind. Natsuki is safe, and right now that's all that matters. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Sayori's expression softens as some of her worry dissipates. Promise? I promise. We won't keep you in the dark. A sigh of relief escapes her. But again, no one else can know about this.
I know, DTD. I won't tell a soul.
Thanks, Sayori. That means a lot.
If you guys ever need anything, I'm always ready to help.
For a brief moment, she flashes a sincere smile before returning back towards the door.
I'm really sorry, but I have to get to school. I missed my first lesson, so oh yeah, of course. Well, I'll see you guys later.
Alright, Sayori. See you later. Sayori dashes out the front door, closing it gently on her way out. Natsuki? Um, what exactly was that?
What do you mean, what was that?
The, you said he only hurt you once.
Obviously, I wasn't going to tell her the whole story. And I didn't exactly have the time to come up with a better excuse. On that note, why the hell did she just walk in?
It's a neighbor thing. I should have warned you about it. Sorry.
It's fine, I guess.
Why didn't you tell her the whole story?
The same reason I never told anyone else. Don't get me wrong, DTD, I love them. But I don't trust them to not see me as some frail, abused, sad little girl. So what? You're different, DTD. You actually... Ugh, never mind.
An awkward silence falls between us. Neither of us know how to continue the conversation. Natsuki averts her gaze, taking a seat back on the couch. Unsure of what to do with myself, I consider sitting myself down next to her. Another minute of uncomfortable silence follows.
I already regret lying.
You did what you thought was right. I'm sure Sayori would understand. Out of anyone, I think she knows at least a little of how it feels. Having a secret that you can't tell anyone about, no matter how much it hurts you.
I guess. You sure she won't tell anyone?
Well, we've been friends since we were little kids. You know how she can be sometimes, but I like to think she's smarter than she lets on. Safe to say, I trust her with my life.
Yeah, with how much she talks about you at the club, I figure you'd know each other for a while.
I mean, she does live just next door. That's how we first met when we moved in.
Oh yeah, she mentioned that once.
I chuckle a bit, shaking my head. Should have known.
She was talking about how when you first moved in here, you were scared of her. And eventually she managed to coerce you into becoming her friend.
Natsuki seems to try and hold in a laugh. Although, whether it's at the fact that I was scared of Sayori of all people, or at the look on my face, remains to be seen. Did she happen to tell you why I was scared?
I don't know. I can't remember everything she said.
Okay, then I'll tell you. When we arrived at our new home, just as I looked out the car window to see it for the first time, I see her face darn near pressed up against the window. It gave me quite the scare, as you'd imagine. I like to think it gave both of our parents a shock as well. But afterwards, I spent days not going outside because I knew she was waiting for me. I don't think a single day went by in that period of time where she didn't try to visit us. It definitely didn't help that she lived so close. So yeah, she pretty much held me hostage to becoming her friend. I guess nothing's really changed after all.
Yeah, I guess so. That must have been quite the nightmare.
I cover my face with my hands to try and hide the embarrassment. Tell me about it. Oh, also this time she tricked me into getting a scary movie to watch while our parents were asleep. She told me it was a comedy. Safe to say I didn't sleep that night.
Dang, never imagined Sayori would be the kind of person to do that.
Trust me, she's more cunning than she looks. Hey, by the way... Oh wait, this one's better. In our old school, there was this big science fair they held every year. And this wasn't your ordinary science fair either. It had a ton of really cool prizes, but the one everyone wanted was this really big electric track. But out of all the kids, I think I wanted it more than anyone. Thing is, though, you had to get first place to win it. So I tried harder and harder every year until eventually I got second place. The next year I was determined to get it. But I saw that Sayori was having a lot of trouble with it. Eventually she asked me if I could help her. Truth be told, I felt kind of bad about seeing her like that, so I dropped everything and helped her out. We agreed that I wasn't going to do all the work for her and that she had to put in most of the effort. However, I promised I would always be there for her when she needs it. So we worked on the project every day after school for weeks. But I was always there in case she ever needed help. By the time the science fair was right around the corner, she had finished an elaborate project on how air pollution affects the planet. She ended up getting for third place.
And I think he guessed by now, but no, I didn't get past the researching stage for my project. Honestly, I don't care. I was really proud of her. So were her parents. She felt so bad about how I didn't get to do my own project that she still sometimes apologizes for it today. And while, yeah, I only did it for the racetrack setup until that point, I think helping out Sayori really woke me up to the fact that I really like learning about that stuff. Hell, science is pretty much the only subject I still somewhat enjoy, and I pretty much owe it all to her. Yeah, that was a pretty good day. My face immediately goes red. I only just now realize how much I've been talking nonstop. Wow. That was one hell of a story. Yeah. Sorry about that. I got a little carried away. Don't worry about it. You're not as bad as Yuri. At least you can make those things you talk about interesting. I laugh at that remark. Whatever you say. That does sound nice, though. Huh? You know, having that strong of a friendship with someone. I mean, yeah, but why are you saying it like that? She fidgets in her seat a little. I've never had that many friends growing up. Dad was Dad. The club is the closest thing to a group of friends I've ever had in years. Even then, I had to bullcrap him into a little to go into Monica's house. She got a party there a month or so back. Said it was some club assignment. Looking back, I'm surprised he bought it. I just wanted friends, you know? I put my arm around her shoulder. But in a way, you're my best friend. You're still an idiot, though. Hey! Natsuki smirks and giggles. Toss me the remote. Hopefully there's something watchable on. I take it you're not hungry? She shakes her head. I'm good for now. I hope you cook a nice dinner tonight. How's that? Natsuki turns on the TV and starts flipping through channels. Fine by me. My cooking's not exactly the greatest. Nor my baking. Remember those cupcakes? Yeah. You definitely need practice. But you'll get plenty of it. We'll just need the ingredient. Natsuki stops abruptly, staring at the TV screen. Her eyes suddenly light up. Oh wow. I haven't seen this in years. Huh? I glance over to the TV to see what's caught her attention. Vibrantly colored fish swim through a large tank filled with coral as two teenagers longingly gaze at each other from both sides. All accompanied by a mushy love song. What, the movie? Yeah. I used to love it to death when I was a kid. I watched it all the time. Like, I must have seen it at least twice a week. Turning back to the TV, we watched on as the scene dragged out for over a minute. Endless jump cuts panning to each side, switching focus from the teens to the fish and back, shots from inside the fish tank. This? Surprised I might, I can't help but let out a groan. Hey, don't give me that. It might be a little, cheesy, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I bet you like some goofy over-the-top things yourself. Shall we go through your anime collection? That's not... Okay, fair point. Come on, give it a chance. Alright. I might as well. I take a seat beside her on the couch. See? I told you. As the closing credits play, I get up from the couch and stretch. Peering over to the nearest clock, I notice that a little over 2 hours have passed. Wow, have we really been watching this crap for that long? Oh, shut up. You're enjoying it. I can see in your eyes. Oh, seems like you're more interested in looking my way than watching the film you love so much. Embarrassed, Natsuki averted her gaze as her face glows bright red. I didn't mean it that way. I was just gauging your reaction to the film. Sheesh. I completely believe you. Whatever, my point stands. You liked it. Okay, I may have underestimated it. It certainly got personality, but it's still probably one of the cheesiest things I've ever seen. I mean, the acting was so hammy, I was hard to take it seriously. But that's what makes it so fun. Like, yeah, it's a tragedy at heart, but the over-the-top acting is what separates the campy scenes from, well, the tragic ones. Like that house party.
I had no idea what was going on throughout most of that scene. It felt so disconnected from the rest of the film.
Well, I can't tell you what half the scenes even mean, but they still mean something to me, you know?
I don't want to take that away from you. It's just not for me, I guess.
Yeah, I guess not.
We all fell silent for a moment, not too sure where to go from here. Trying to look for something, anything distracted from the odd tension in the room, my eyes are drawn to the kitchen door. Hey, you feeling hungry yet? I sure do.
Actually, yeah.
Bacon sandwich sounds good?
Sounds good.
I nod, heading into the kitchen. I turn towards the refrigerator and yank it open. However, there's no bacon in sight. In fact, there's hardly anything here. Crap. Thinking about it, we're low on nearly everything at this point, which actually now makes a perfect time to get groceries. Hey, Natsuki? She makes her way into the kitchen.
What's up?
There's no bacon here. In fact, we're running pretty low on groceries in general. I've got some bread, maybe a few slices of turkey or something. Unless you want some oats. Natsuki's face twists in disgust.
Gross.
Thought so. Meaning, I'm going to have to head out to the store sometime this afternoon. In fact, I should probably just get it out of the way now. You want to come with? Natsuki gestures to her face. Oh, right. Sorry. So you'll be fine here?
Yeah. Promise I won't burn down the place. Unless you wouldn't have any sunglasses, would you? Sounds stupid, but it should do the trick.
I don't think so. Wait, maybe.
Well, I wouldn't mind coming with if I could cover my eye.
I could look and see if I have any. Huh. I know where I can find some sunglasses. Actually, give me a minute. I rush upstairs into the spare room. I head over to the cupboard and opposite of the couch. My eyes dart around, looking for where the sunglasses could be, finally landing on the shoebox at the top of the cupboard. Taking off the lid, I score through the year's worth of junk in the box. Old action figures with stiff joints, broken CDs, video game cartridges from time before. Finally, at the bottom of the box, I find what I'm looking for. Sayuri's old sunglasses. She must have left these here years ago. They're a little flashy. It's worth a shot, though. As I make my way downstairs, Natsuki waits for me at the bottom of the stairs.
Any luck?
Actually, yeah. Something tells me they're not exactly your style.
Oh, they can't be that bad.
I hand them over to her.
You're kidding.
Come on, just try them on.
Fine.
Natsuki lets out an exaggerated sigh before putting the sunglasses on. That's funny. I try to keep a straight face, but I can't help letting out a little bit of a chuckle.
Yeah, there's no way in hell I'm wearing these.
But they're so cute.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, at least they do the job.
I don't care. They're not worth going outside looking some 70s rock star.
She tosses the sunglasses aside, thankfully landing on the couch. Hey, watch it. The shades aren't mine.
Whose are they?
Oh, they're Sayori's. They're from years ago, though.
Right, now you mention it, I definitely get that impression.
So I take it you're not coming with?
Yeah, I'll pass. Hey, I'll keep your seat warm.
I let out a chuckle. Anything you want?
Well, since you asked, I do have a sweet tooth. Maybe some chocolate? Don't sweat if you can't get it, though.
Gotcha. So...
hang on.
Natsuki rips off a square of kitchen roll.
Hey, DTD, you got a marker?
Yeah, sure. I look around the dining table to find a marker lying across some crumpled up paper. Oh, great. I never finished that poem for the club. Well, given the events of last night, I can hardly be blamed for forgetting. Regardless, I grab the marker, and toss the paper in the trash and hand it to Natsuki. Marker in hand, she starts scribbling away at the weak tissue paper, somehow avoiding any major tears. She hands it over to me, and I fold it, stuffing it in my back pocket.
Now you won't forget.
Thanks.
I won't be long. The store's not too far. I'll manage a terrifying Home Alone experience. Alright, I'll be back soon. I give Natsuki a goodbye wave as I head out the door. I make my way down to the shopping district. As I pass by, I notice an autumn leaf fluttering along the sidewalk. Is it fall already? No wonder there's such a chill. With the store now in view, I quicken my pace. As I make my way inside, I'm engulfed in the warm aroma of the indoor heater. I take a basket from the rack and I pull out the piece of tissue paper with the shopping list. Bacon, eggs, flour, castor sugar, whipped cream, chocolate. She should have really given me some quantities because I don't know how much of these I should get. I have a limited budget, so that should give me a solid limit on how much I can get. I score the aisle for each item on the list and cross them off the list as I do so. Bacon, sugar, whipped cream, eggs, flour. You know, I should get some stuff for dinner tonight. I could go for some grilled fish and rice. Now the chocolate bar. Fortunately, the snack aisle is just opposite the self-checkout tills. I skim through the amount of snacks, unsure of what would be Natsuki's taste until... Oh, DTD. Fancy seeing you here. Monica? What's she doing here? Hey, Monica. What's going on? Oh, nothing. Just getting some snacks for the club. What about you? You don't exactly look ready for the club. She chuckles in an attempt to lighten the mood, but I'm too tired to laugh with her. She takes notice of my lack of enthusiasm and quickly backpedals. Listen to me. My mind's just fixated on club. Sorry. Maybe it's a sign that I need a break. Don't worry about it. I haven't been to school today either, so... Oh. Why's that? It's been a rough week. I should keep it at that. Are you okay, DTD? Her tone screams concern for me, and for a second I almost considered telling her everything. I quickly push the thought aside and give a vague explanation instead. I'm fine, really. I just don't want to get into it. Monica continues ransacking the shelves, indeterminately tossing all manner of snacks into her basket. She looks stressed. Has she slept? It's probably not right of me to ask. I do anyway. Are you? Huh? I meant, are you okay? Monica stops and takes a deep breath, averting her eyes. But within a second, she looks me in the eye and smiles warmly. She looks like she's being genuine. I'm okay, DTD. But I appreciate you asking. It shows how caring you are. Without another word, she awkwardly goes back to snack hunting. Nice one, DTD. I better change the topic. So what are all those for? Oh, I was planning a bit of a surprise party, but if you can't make it today, perhaps I should reschedule. Oh, yeah. I'll definitely be in next week onwards, I promise. Okay. I'm just concerned is all. We're barely a club without you, so you being away is... She sighs, then smiles. But if you're able to come back next week, that's great. I will. I gesture towards the snacks again. But what's the occasion? Well, you know better than any of us that Saori's been feeling pretty down lately. So I want to play something nice for her to cheer up. Just a nice, planned out, welcome back event at the club. I want to ensure that we really care, you know? That sounds great. That's really thoughtful of Monica, planning an entire party for Saori. If nothing else, she'll love the snacks. Speaking of which... Well, if I can just suggest something... I grab a large bar of white chocolate and hand it over to her. Monica turns over the bar, her eyebrows raised as she reads over the nutritional label. Isn't this a bit too sugary? That's the point. This is Saori we're talking about after all. Good call. I'm a bit clueless when it comes to these kind of things, so I appreciate the direction.
I would be too if I hadn't known her for 13 years. So don't worry about it. Unsure of what to pick for Natsuki, I take a safe bet and grab a carton of cupcakes, placing it in my basket. Monica and I head over to the self-checkout tills, both of us scanning our items, waiting to be rung up so we could pay. Since you're going to reschedule the party, wouldn't it be a good idea to hold off and buy these things later? She shrugs nonchalantly. Well, I'm already here, might as well get them now. I can afford it, so it'd be a waste to have to put all these back on the right shelves. I'll toss them into the fridge and bring them in on Monday. They'll still be fresh by then, I guess. And what you going to do at the club instead? That's a good question. Haven't thought of that. Oh, maybe I could suggest they write a poem during the club hours. It can encourage some cooperation. Maybe they could develop their writing styles with each other. Oh, this could be wonderful. I would really love if we could treat the club more like a team. Could you imagine Natsuki and Yuri writing a poem together? As she goes about her uncharacteristic rampant tangent, I realize something. I can't really say anything about Natsuki's absence. I guess she'll just have to find out on her own. I hate having to keep secrets like this, but I made a promise. Yeah, that would definitely be interesting. Yeah. After paying our items, we head out the store with our bags in tow. Well, I guess that's where we part ways. You sure you can't come to the club? I'm sure. I do some bag juggling to reach my phone and glance at the time. Oh crap. Running way later than I should be anyway. I see. Yeah. It was nice seeing you, Monica. So, Monday? I wouldn't miss it for the world. Sorry needs the support. Great. I'll see you then. Take care, DTD. She turns away and walks down the other side of the street, heading towards school. I start my way home, walking at a brisk pace. Monica hides it well, but I could feel her disappointment. And when Natsuki doesn't show up either, I sigh. Why is nothing going the way I thought it would? The first time I talked to Monica, she looks like she had everything together. But now she looks like she hasn't slept in days. Sari's depressed. Even if I could see the future, I wouldn't have believed it. I mean, Natsuki's living in my house, for goodness sake. And me, if I had known the stress and anxiety that being involved in the literature club would cause, I probably wouldn't have joined in the first place. I mean, who would? It was all cute girls and fun poems at first. Now it feels like I haven't seen words on paper in years. But regardless of how I feel about the whole ordeal, I'm not leaving anytime soon. If I hadn't joined the club, Natsuki would still be stuck with her abusive dad, with nobody to help her. And Sayori, she'd be. I feel my chest tighten as my heartbeat accelerates. I struggle to maintain my breath, so I hold myself against a wall to regain my composure and keep myself from collapsing. However, that does little to stop my mind and heart from racing. Would she? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It didn't happen. I'm here now, and I need to keep myself together. If only to help Natsuki, and be there for the club. The club. It's funny, really. I joined a literature club, but I still haven't read a single real book. Ironic in a way. I'm sure Natsuki would disagree. I lift my bags to my not-so-injured arm and start walking again. I need to hurry. All right, that is going to be it for this episode. I know that is shorter than my usual videos, but I'm trying to cut down the time in my videos so that they're a little bit more watchable in one session. An hour and 30 minutes is a really long time to watch some dude with a rabbit avatar talk nonstop. So I'm trying to cut it down to somewhere like under an hour, maybe like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. That's what I'm trying to go for now. Hopefully that increases my views, which would be really nice. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is DTD. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos as well. And remember to tell a friend about the channel. And remember to tell that friend to tell a friend about the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!